Hi everybody, welcome to the Soulful Soul. My name is Gladys and this is your fortnightly pick a card reading. This is just your guidance for the 2 weeks ahead. Group 1 is Amethyst, Whale. Group 2 is Rose Quartz, War. Group 3 is Clear Quartz, Arrow. And Group 4 is Citrine and Sunrise. Welcome back, Group 1. You've chosen the Whale, and it says here, great worry over nothing. Let's see what the reading says. These were not meant to be part of the reading, but just to give you something to choose from. You also get Amethyst, which is a crystal of higher consciousness, of connection to spirit. And so let's see what comes up in your reading. There's a card showing up, Guardian of Fossils and 7 of Shells. So you might be making a choice and it's related to your finances or to a King of Coins, an earth sign, possibly. But there's this indication that there will need to be a choice. You will need to make a choice. Let's see. Okay. I will show these up to you so you can see properly. Okay, I think that's looking quite good. Beneath the deck you have Omen of Death, and this card came up earlier when after I cleared the cards. It was second to the bottom of the deck, and it was in relation to feeling stuck. But we also had the Page of Swords, and I feel like there's some movement happening for many of us. I think this eclipse, and I'm not sure if I'll do something on the eclipse. Maybe I will. I'll see, if that feels right. Because there was an eclipse in the sign of Taurus, and we are in Scorpio season. And maybe I will see if I'm guided to do a little input on that with the cards, of course. But you are being guided by death. There's a huge transformation going on, even if you can't see it. But let's see what that's about. You get the 4 of Swords in the reverse. There's a restless energy here. Gosh, I love this. I love the 4 feathers by the ducks. What is this, a duck? Loon. Well, it says loon. Head. It talks about being in the head, but there's the three of that talks about the 3 of Swords is about pain, but you have the 4th feather there, and it talks about rest. but there might be a restless energy about you, group 1. And you know what? This really does apply then, this great worry over nothing. Or, hope you can see that, great worry over nothing. If you can't, I'll put a picture in. And can you see the 4-leaf clover there? I think that's what it is, but that's what it symbolizes. It's like you do have fortune on your side, but you can't see it and might be worrying too much. And I think that with the 3 of shells there, it's saying celebrate, find ways to celebrate no matter what's going on. Find little ways to celebrate. Maybe sing or whatever, like what works for you, you know. But maybe you are being in your head and worrying needlessly. And you know what's so very special about that 4? I think I just got a sign from I'd asked for with that, those 3 feathers there. Just really lovely, really lovely. And you get them. What you need to think about, you get the horse, spirit of freedom. This is the chariot. You get it in reverse. Maybe something that you are wanting to move forward on. You don't have the green light yet, but it's not that it's at a stop. I think you're worrying about something that you want to take forward, and the suggestion that is that it's not. I think there's. It's not time, maybe, but we'll see when we get the clarifiers. In the near past, you get the 10 of coins. You've been worried, I think, about money and family and where your next cent will come from, your next a lot of money. I think there's a lot of worry about money here and about stability. In the unconscious, you get the 2 of wands in the reverse. Okay, I feel maybe there's a bit of stuck energy. That's what I feel. There's a bit of stuck energy. There's worry, but I feel like maybe this reading is pointing you to where you might be stuck. And I think it will come out. It will come out clearer, because I think the main story here is that there's stuck energy. You are keeping yourself stuck, and it could be through your mind talk. And I feel like this reading is guidance on how to unstick yourself. I think that with the bearer of justice as the card representing you, this is the card of Libra, and it speaks about fairness. It could be that maybe you are in the process of a legal matter, maybe divorce, or there's some legal matter that's worrying you. But if you see this card is representing you in the reading, and it talks about justice being there on your side. Perhaps there has been a situation that you felt has been unfair towards you, and you've been worrying about it. And this card is saying that actually justice is working in your favor. But I feel there's more to the reading than that. We are also going to unpack what you can do, or a little bit more when we get the next cards. You get the nurturer of coins, the nurturer of fossils, pig. And you do get it in the reverse. This is the Queen of Coins in reverse. This is what's around you. So I would think maybe you are dealing with an earth sign, and maybe this. So if it's a legal matter, maybe like a divorce where someone needs to pay you, they might not be doing, there's something to do with this Queen of Coins. Okay, it could be an earth sign, but it could also represent something to do with money. and another person, a person not paying you what they are supposed to pay you, or a person being reckless with money, and someone just not playing the game around you. But you have this powerful card of justice on your side. You know, whenever I look at an elephant, I think of Ganesha, and Ganesha is said to be the remover of obstacles. So remember that, just hold on to that. You have in your near future the seeker of branches, camel, and the camels in the seeker of branches is in reverse, and this is the Knight of Wands. So perhaps things will start slowing down. I feel like there's been very scattered energy, and maybe you are needing to take a pause. And with the Knight of Wands in reverse here, I'm seeing it as a good thing, like it's slowing down. And yeah, but we'll see with the clarifiers. I keep saying that. You know, the thing is, this gives us a quick overview, and then we move to depth with the clarifiers. They take us deeper. Let me just put this in the thing here. Yeah. And then your card, the card of advice is the Five of Branches. And look at this Five of Branches. This is about scattered energy, and it's the Five of Wands, and it says Scorpion. A scorpion has a sting in the tail, but also there are these 5 wands are directed. Well, firstly, they form like a pentagram thing, 5-pointed star. So I think they are portent of good things. But what I'm seeing first and foremost is the direction that they are forming a star, but they're also pointed north, kind of almost due north. So I feel like your advice is to consolidate. That's what I think. It's about consolidation. There feels like there's been scattered energy, a lot of worry, and maybe you are being directed towards taking all the things, the plans that you have, trying to condense them into one, or trying to focus them, or focus yourself. But we'll see as we clarify. And then you get the Ram, the Earth Father. This is your outcome. You get the Emperor. So this is fire, and this is fire. Here in the near future, you get the Knight of Wands, but in the outcome, you get the Emperor. And the Emperor is about stability. See how this ram is standing on their 4 legs. It's about stability. It's about immovability. And maybe you are going to harness this energy of the Emperor and stand up for what is yours, what is rightfully yours. That's the feeling that I'm getting. I'm also thinking that the Emperor might be a messenger. There might be a message that comes to you from maybe a fire sign, but it's positive, you know. But let's see. Devil. Okay, that wants to come out. 4 of Cups. Okay, let's see. how beautiful. You get the star card, the star. Wow. Okay, in the beneath the deck you get the Five of Swords in the reverse. So perhaps the death is about letting go of something that has a sense of betrayal, or maybe, you know, the Five of Swords, maybe that Five of Wands there, right? And you get the Five of Swords. Perhaps this big change is in you deciding that you're not going to, you will not partake of the games. It feels like you've been playing a game with someone, or someone's been playing games with you. I think not you. I think someone has been playing, but you have participated, almost like as a reaction. And perhaps what you are doing, or what your advice is, that you don't have to play that game. Let's see how you don't play that game, but I think that you are deciding to let go of that. You get, with the Four of Swords, you get the Four of Cups. You've got a number of 4 energies. Even death is a 4. The Emperor is a 4. The Four of Swords twice. So perhaps you have been really worried about your stability, you know, like moving towards a place of building your stability. I think that this is the big issue for you. But I want to remind you about great worry over nothing. I think that Spirit is trying to say to you, you've got this, dear hearts. I mean, you've also chosen Amethyst, and perhaps you are going through a really tough time right now. I mean, you get the whale spirit, and I'm seeing it as this big, beautiful beast that is so powerful and yet so gentle. And perhaps what is happening is that Spirit is taking you through this maybe dark time of the soul, or maybe not, but you're going through whatever this is, because you are kind of called. You're called to something, and you are kind of going through this in order to grow, you know, in order to find out wherever Spirit is leading you. And you know, it's that thing of the wound is where the light enters. I think that's what's going on for you. But really, I feel Spirit is reassuring you that there are joyful things in your life that you can hold on to, and that whatever's going on, Spirit has your back. And I feel like it's not going to be a long time, and you'll see resolution. Please share with me, you know, when this issue is resolved, and if this resonates for you. I would love to hear, but that's definitely the feeling I'm getting. Now, with the Four of Swords in the reverse, there are 2 things, and the Four of Cups, there are 2 things that come for me. One is, well, there's a number of things now that are flowing. One is that you are worrying, and your antidote to worrying is to do your going within. Take time out to be still in your mind. I feel like you're not doing that. And I know I say this over and over, we don't have to make a big thing of our meditations. Spirituality, life is not meant to be made harder than it needs to be, you know. I believe that our guides, our Spirit is right there, available to us. So just spend time, have a cup of tea, and let that be your talking to Spirit. Before you go to bed, have a chat with Spirit, you know, or whoever your guides are, or your ancestors. Speak to a loved one that's gone past. I speak to everyone. I speak to my mum mainly, and my grandpa, and people I speak to Madiba, and I'm going to do something about Madiba. I speak to Jesus because I feel like constantly I'm guided towards Jesus, despite my having rejected Christianity. Jesus constantly shows up as I'm here, and so you speak to whoever you want to speak to, and yeah, there's something about you just taking time out and let it be your cup of tea with whoever, and then it becomes something more joyful and less onerous and less, it has to be done a certain way. And because look at this, it's like Spirit is watching over you, and Spirit is watching you as you might try and hide maybe your light under a bushel, or you hide the gift that Spirit is giving you. It's almost like there's a gift you're being given and you are covering it up. And this gift is an offer from Spirit. So be careful not to do that, beloveds. Whatever you are going through, I think it's your gift from Spirit. And, oh, sorry, that's not your. And then it's like you are being guided, first being reminded that whatever's going on, you are healing. There's something about water that's very important for you right now, I feel. Look, this is looking like the star card as well. So the stars, and maybe with this lunar eclipse in Taurus, maybe the energies are not only on the day of the eclipse. So within the week, you can still work with the energy of the eclipse if you need to and if you want to. Like, put out your intentions, put out your fears, put out that you, the healing that you are needing. But I feel like if you can, spend some time with water, or spend some time watching water, or spend some time watching water on the screen. But you can watch water, watch the ocean, and watch the waves with the intention of those waves healing you, pouring over you. As they go out, they cleanse you. As they come in, they wash over you, and then they take whatever healing needs to happen, they give you, and they take whatever needs to be gone, impurity. They are cleansing you. So maybe do something like that. Beneath the deck you get, what you need to think about, there you go again, right? So I'm seeing this as your busy mind, your it's like you are wanting to rush forward, but instead of even moving forward, you are stuck. And you are stuck because your mind is busy, and you really need to just find stillness, dear hearts. And like I say, it can just be that cup of tea. The near past, you have the 10 of coins with the Hierophant. So it might, this earth energy is showing up again, like maybe you were dealing with a Taurus, an earth sign, but something to do with your stability. The Hierophant could also be speaking about the ending of a marriage, or some kind of traditional structure that had, like a contractual structure, something to do with tradition that's come to an end. And it looks like a marriage or a stable family, and maybe you are going through a divorce. Maybe you are leaving university. Maybe you have left a job or lost a job. It's something to do with finances or stability that is passing. In your unconscious, there's this worry again. It's like you can't trust. This is the Justice card. It's come up twice. Now, what I would say is, I think it's to do with these mind games you're playing, and in your unconscious you are not trusting, dear hearts. These are both 2 cards, by the way. I feel like Spirit is saying you are in partnership with me, heart. You are in partnership with me, and you need to trust that. Don't know why I'm getting that, but that's the feeling I'm getting. You are not trusting your partnership with Spirit. And I feel like you need to undo that, dear hearts, because look at this, what you get, representing you. 2 powerful cards. They're both major arcana. Justice on your side, and the world. The world is, look at, gosh, this card of the world is so beautiful. It's almost like the Empress energy. And look, Africa's at the center. So I feel like this card is, well, when you are tying up something, you see, I said earlier that I feel Spirit is guiding you. It's like the, I keep wanting to say the long dark tea time of the soul, and that's like from a book, but it's I can't remember the phrase, but in any case, it's about going through that darkness in order to learn something, in order to find something. You know, it's like almost like a quest, but one that Spirit drew you into this, or you guided yourself into this because there's something you needed to learn. But you are tying up a cycle. You might not be able to see it, but you are tying up a cycle, and you are wrapping it up successfully. And so you need to find ways of celebrating that. I think you know the cycle you are wrapping up, and you might be lamenting it. You might be doing things like saying, "Oh, I put so much into it, and now it's over," or whatever the case might be. But you are lamenting it, or maybe being hard on yourself about it. But actually, it's in perfect place. Actually, you have brought it here because this is what your soul needs. And so I feel part of your guidance is to celebrate this ending, to pat yourself on the back for this ending. If it means you celebrating with friends, you can celebrate a divorce as well. You can celebrate the end of a job. And by celebrating that ending, even if it's the ending of a job and you have concerns about the future, by celebrating the ending, it's like putting your trust in you and in Spirit and saying, okay, I'm celebrating this as a closure, celebrating it in trenches. That's the wrong word, but I think you'll understand what I'm meaning, that closure in order for you to start your new beginning. And then with the Seeker of Branches, you get the Page of Swords in reverse. So I do feel in the near future you might have a bit of restless energy. I did say slowing down. Maybe slowing down. Okay, let me just think about these two cards together, dear hearts. So what I'm feeling is these two cards, maybe I must get it clarified, because what I'm feeling here, well, firstly, I just reminded of that there's a definite ending here. Healing's happening, there's closure, huge, big change. But in your near future, you might be challenged to do one little bit of standing up for yourself. You know? Let me just get a clarifier, because that Page of Swords might need, it looks like, you see they're both in the reverse, and it suggests to me that there might be a bit of worry or things that are hidden that you need to confront. You get Death in the reverse. You know, it might just be you holding on to this energy a little bit longer than required, but cut yourself some slack with that. You know, resisting the death, the ending. Well, I just think that this near future you might feel some resistance to the change. With the Nurturer of Coins, you get the Two of Wands. I think that you are feeling stuck. I think you are wanting to maybe travel, to move, to shift, but you're stuck by whatever's going on. It's almost like this thing is keeping you stuck. I feel like you need to just accept where things are and know that they will shift. When the time is right, things will shift. But for now, it's almost like celebrate where you are. Celebrate where you are because you brought yourself here. You co-created this place where you are right now with Spirit. And I think in celebrating, we then open ourselves up to the rest of whatever's meant to, we open ourselves up to what is next for us. With the Five of Branches, you get the Eight of Wands. This is your advice. The Eight of Wands talks about talks about talking. It talks about speaking up for yourself. So, you know, with the Scorpio there's a sting in the Scorpio's tail, the scorpion there. So maybe you need to be being very clear and speaking up for yourself. I feel like you might have scattered energy. You're thinking, I need to do this, and maybe you need to write down all the things you need to do and then look at them. What can you do step by step? Or can you bring them all into one? Or you need to do step by step. That's my one priority. That's number 2, number 3, number 4. It's almost like focusing your energy, and this could be even putting. I think that you're being told to ask to speak or write or put down or something, communicate in some way all the 5 issues or the key issues that are important to you in this situation. If it's a divorce, you need to. If it's a dispute at work, that's what you need. But you need to focus your energy by maybe writing down, or by, I think writing down is the first step, or by speaking them out. And I feel like that is why you are being guided to go within, to get that guidance, to still you, so that when you are ready to speak up and to write down whatever, you do that in your own best interests. So say if it's a divorce, you honor yourself and your needs and your rights. If it's a job that's ended and you are negotiating retrenchment or whatever the case might be, likewise, that you've stipulated your needs, you have put yourself at the center. You know, it's something like that. And then in your outcome, you get the Emperor, and there's fire and earth, and you get the Hermit. So that's a card of Virgo, that's a card of Aries. It's possible those are the 2 players here, but it doesn't have to be. You are moving towards your own stability and standing up for yourself in this situation, dear hearts. And there your Hermit comes in again. Trust you're going within. I am so convinced that whatever is going on, Spirit is saying to you, I am here. Seek solace with me. Seek guidance from me. Now, Spirit for you can be your ancestors. It can be nature. It can be your guides. It can be angels. It can be your higher self. But take the time out to go within, to withdraw from all that is noisy and hear your inner voice. And I think you do that by doing that cup of tea. Do that daily. Just say, this is my time with my inner voice. This is my time with my ancestors. This is my time to chat. And then write your reflections. Just quickly journal them. Quick. That's part of your task for yourself, your advice for yourself. But then when it comes to the actual negotiate, okay, lots of advice here. There's that. There's the need to celebrate this closure and accept it. You might resist, but that's okay. But there's definitely an ending happening. And then once you are comfortable, when you feel the resistance is over, maybe for the week ahead, you're doing that, going within, you're just jotting down notes constantly. And when you're ready, I think, write with intention, write down your needs, write down your priorities, write down your non-negotiables, and then you do the next step of whatever the communication needs to be, whether you are seeking legal counsel or for each of you it will be different, dear hearts. Group 1, I forgot to draw you a card, and your card is Good Juju. I love that. Marie Laveau, beautiful, Good Juju. So just trust. I just want to look at this. I think it's talking about partnership as well. That partnership between you and Spirit. Justice again. And look at, there's just so much beauty all around. There's happiness, there's joy, and that celebration. And the 7 being a number of good luck, Awesome, Group 1. So, Yeah, I just wanted to say, talking of journals are very important to me, and I'm going to try and publish mine before the end of the year. So maybe that's something, and I've got little guiding notes in them as well. So that's something you can think about. I will let you know on YouTube if I manage to get my act together. Okay, dear group ones, I hope this has helped you. I wish you a wonderful week ahead, 2 weeks ahead, and I'll chat with you again soon. Bye. Welcome back, group 3-2. You chose wall, and it says misunderstanding. These cards were not meant to be part of the reading, but so far they seem to have fitted in to the readings. You get rose quartz, so maybe your concern is around love, a relationship, maybe. Let's see. There are lots of endings. I think all 3 that I've read so far have had the death card. You have the Chariot beneath the deck, which might be a sign of all systems go. But let's see what the cards say. I'll do a quick read and then we'll go deeper with the second lot of cards. Okay, so you get the 4 of coins with the 6 of shells. The 4 of coins speaks about stability and holding on to what is yours. It's in the reverse. Wow, there's so many similar messages in all 3. This is another card that's come up for everyone. It's the 6 of Cups, which talks about past love, past life, nostalgia. Could talk about past love, past life love, a soulmate. It could be it's something to do with the past that's affecting your stability or how stable you feel. What you need to think about is the 7 of Swords. So magpies steal stuff, right? So who is the thief here? There's a thief. Maybe there's something or someone taking up space in your head that shouldn't be there. But it could also speak about dishonesty, games being played, something not being quite right. In the near past, you get the 5 of coins in the reverse. So I'm going to see what this 5 of coins is about. It's not very clear right now. Maybe you were, let's see, it's just not coming. So beneath, in your unconscious, you get this idea of not being successful. Something you feel hasn't worked out. And that's what's worrying you, maybe. You're feeling something hasn't worked out. Maybe you let down your guard on something and it feels like it was a mistake. I'm not saying it was a mistake. That's how it's feeling to you right now. In the near future, like I do, this reading does raise some flags, because there's this the 5 of Swords and the 7 of Swords, like games being played or having been played, Now you get the 5 of coins in the reverse. It's like, I feel like you opened yourself up and you feel now maybe betrayed because something hasn't worked out. And this is also a near future card, so it can speak about some kind of feeling of betrayal, or it can be you playing games with somebody else. I think this is about love. And you know, then the misunderstanding card comes in. Maybe people are just playing games out of trying to protect themselves. But with the omen of death, the moth, there's an ending. There is an ending. You feel it. You might be going through this metamorphosis, starting to see yourself as wanting something else maybe, but there is an ending of some sort. Around you, you get the Sea of Shells, and this is the Page of Cups. Yeah, an ending with regard to a relationship. Maybe an offer was on the table and it was withdrawn. You get the 8 of Wands, and it talks about talking. There's another common card that's been come up for all 3 readings so far. The need to speak. So you need to think about what it is you want to say. And then we get the Queen of Wands in the near future. So this could be a Queen of Wands that comes to your aid and offers you something. A fire sign that comes to offer you something. Someone quite passionate, creative. Or it could be that whatever's dying here opens you to that aspect of yourself. Confident, passionate, creative energy. And with it's a strange reading because there looks like there's been a lot of like topsy-turviness, and yet your outcome card is so beautiful. But I would say you need to be careful about whatever is going on, and you get the 8 of Cups flying out, and it's talking. Look at it, moving away on a journey, and you don't know where, but it's moving away from things that are not good for you. That I can say. Cutting out shit, you know. Let's see. This needs to be in your picture. Better. There. Catch, please take that elsewhere. Oh wow, Queen of Wands twice there. And you get the Lovers beneath the deck. Love is in the air. I think this reading is about love and maybe about movement forward. You get the King of Coins, Queen of Wands, the Page of Coins, lots of people. But let's see what comes out. So at the center is money, impatience. Gosh, again, in this reading, it's like something you've worked hard for. It feels like you have this feeling that all is lost, that you've worked hard for something and now it's lost. And it's crossed by it might be love, but it's definitely this, again, this feeling like what you've been patient for, you've built up something and now it's all lost. But it's not all lost, clearly, right? Wow. I feel like there's potential manipulation around you. This is what you need to think about. What is the manipulative energy around you, dear hearts? Yeah. There's some, I don't know. There is some sense of manipulation, and I'm like thievery, hiding of truths, and sneakiness, you know. Like normally that to me is spirit looking in while you are ignoring offers. I don't see that here. Here I'm seeing trickery and sneakiness and manipulation, and maybe some spying. Maybe a relationship has ended and someone is just keeping their eye on you. In the near past, you have this letting go, right? You ended something, you ended the worry, you opened yourself up. You let go of this feeling of being an outsider. Somehow you opened yourself up, and I think it was a good thing, even if it doesn't feel like it. But you get the 6 of branches in the unconscious with the Princess of Coins. So this does look like even a fire sign as well, but this innocent energy, you feel like your innocence has been lost in a way. That's maybe the driving thing beneath, like something didn't work out, and maybe you're feeling quite hurt by that fact. But I'm really amazed at your outcome cards. You get both are the Queen of Wands. So this powerful new energy that's coming in, being able to do a number of things, multitasking, but being in your creative element. In this one, they're multitasking. In this one, look how relaxed the Queen of Wands is. So maybe a lot of creative endeavors coming in, or offers maybe, or being able to take on different things. Yeah, so there's this feeling of something. Well, I think it's the ending of something that looked like it had potential, and you are being reminded that to let it go, whatever needs to end. You've done so much work. Yeah, but that, I'm not meaning now you've done so much work so you mustn't let it go. I mean, you've done work on yourself as well. You opened yourself, you let go of the worry and stuff like that. So why worry about the eyes on you? Why worry about the spilts, the things that haven't worked, when there are potential for things that can work? If a death needs to happen, allow it to happen, or else, no, I don't mean it like a threat. Like when we don't want to let go, then that's when we get the Tower, where we are forced to let go. If something's not right for our souls will bring in that whatever needs to happen to clear that out, so that we can build on a strong foundation. So allow whatever needs to die. In the near future, there's this King of Coins. There might be a King of Coins around you. There's some kind of game playing, and it might be around money, which is why you're worried about the coins here. You're worried about all this that you've built up, dear hearts. Sure, this seems to be a theme for all. I feel like, and this Five of Swords came up for the previous group. I did group 4 before yours, but it's come up, I think, for all the groups, but it came up for group 4 in this here. So there's there's a need to be, I think you need to be watchful. That's what I think, you need to be watchful. So these are 2 new beginning energies, and both of them, and they're both in the reverse. So this innocent offer, there was an offer on the table, there was this, I think you were ready for something new, you were ready for an adventure, and then something happened to get in the way of that. Maybe you were waiting for an offer and it didn't come in, but something's happened, something major has happened. And it could be a literal death that has happened, that has made you very sad, But your advice is to, there are 2 things. Firstly, I think you need to seek inner guidance. I think you need to go within you. I think you need to withdraw. Find a way of withdrawing, and connect with your higher self, connect with spirit in whatever way you do. And then you need to communicate. You need to speak your mind about stuff. Now I'm going to get I've spoken about that. I want to get clarifiers for you. We've got time, I want to get, there's the 8 of Cups showing up again. It's almost like saying you have to move on now, dear hearts, because look what awaits you. It's like a new, fresh start where you feel inspired and beautiful and confident, and doesn't matter who you are, but you feel ready to nurture yourself in a different way. Let me get a clarifier for, I feel like I want to clarify everything. Phew. The cards just want to jump out. It's almost like yes. Let me clarify central energy, death. Clarify what to think about, Empress, unconscious. Another page. And the 3 of Swords beneath. So the overall reading clarification is something is over. Something needs to be allowed to die. This sneaky behavior or whatever the spying is, could be a Taurus that you're dealing with the Empress there. This could even be you playing games on yourself where you don't open yourself up to the possibilities. You don't open yourself up to the abundance. You don't open yourself up to the offers that Spirit is putting to you. But for some of you, I think you need to watch out for this Empress energy. This it could even be someone who is trying to manipulate you, really. And then in the unconscious, there's this page energy. The Page of Cups again shows up with the Page of Coins. So it is something that looked like there was a lot of possibility and it hasn't worked out. And maybe you are holding on to not the thing, but the being hurt more by the fact that you thought it was the right thing, and it didn't work out, than the fact that actually it's not the right thing, if you know what I mean. Sometimes we get stuck in the mistake of it, or saying that it was a mistake, or the fact that we've put too much in. We see that we've put too much in, and we're stuck more in that than the fact that actually it is time now to move on, and that's the right thing for you. And then here with the Five of Cups, I feel like you have to accept this death, and you need to now stop looking at what hasn't worked, but look at what has worked. What does this death symbolize for you? What is the new beginning that it symbolizes for you? You've got to stop worrying about what people might think, or else you're going to keep yourself stuck. You're not going to move forward, dear hearts. That's what I feel. And all this new beginning energy here around you, I really feel like an offer that you had high hopes on has not worked out. But more importantly is that you need to let go of things and people that are not serving you. I think you are resisting this change, dear hearts. I really feel you are resisting this change. Yeah. I feel you are resisting change, and I feel like you are needing to go within, right? What is right for you? Just right. And that's a card of collaboration as well, and of building something. So you need to be thinking about what it is you want to build. What is it that you want to move towards? What is the right thing for you moving forward? And you get this wall of misunderstanding here, so maybe you need to speak out about whatever hasn't worked, or even if you acknowledge it for yourself. It's such, yeah. And then with this beautiful energy, you get the Strength card. So I feel like what this is saying is that you can harness this Queen of Wands energy or not. It's up to you. Or you can see yourself as being stuck in the past, not willing to take your strength and move forward. It could be that you're dealing with the Leo. Let me just look at I see Scorpio. I see Taurus, Virgo was here somewhere, Cancer, Scorpio twice, and is Virgo, Cancer twice, and Leo. And what else is here? That's it. So yeah, you can like I say, this is your outcome card. There might be an offer that comes in from the Queen of Wands, and it could be your energy, you taking on the energy of the Queen of Wands, and saying, okay, I've let go. But it's really, really, I feel it's up to you you have a choice of whether or not to let go of this energy and allow death to happen. And your guidance is to seek inner counsel. Take time out to be still. I know I keep saying this, but this is deep going within. It's like really seeking that inner counsel in a deep way, and then communicating whatever it is. Maybe that communication is about what is fair for you. Maybe it is around finances. It could be a relationship that's ended, but that has financial implications. So yeah, that's what I'm seeing there for you, group 2. Group 2, what I'm getting from your reading is like such an either or energy. There's such a lot of almost negative energy around, and yet at the same time there's so much potential, positive stuff. like something really hasn't worked out, and there's this resistance to change, and yet change is happening. But it's like you are torn between allowing something to end and not. Or maybe you're torn between moving towards something new. Maybe something has ended and you've allowed it, but you're torn about moving towards something new. And I feel like maybe you're moving to something new. Oh gosh, maybe for some of you it is someone, is tied in with you wrapping up something else properly. And that requires you being wise, maybe writing down stuff, communicating clearly, and being clear about maybe trying to do things in a cooperative spirit, something like that. But there's also this energy in the end of you harnessing the Queen of Wands, standing up for yourself, trusting in your ability to create something new, even if something has ended. And you get the Queen of Sheba, secrets revealed. So maybe the speaking out, maybe you just need to speak out and ask others, the other party, to speak out as well, so that you can clarify this misunderstanding and move on. Because I really feel there's a death, an ending, and a moving on. I'm going to leave it there, group 2. I feel it's a bit... Anyway, I hope that it helps you. Please share with me, and won't you give me a... Anyway, I will chat with you again soon, and I hope this helps you. Send you lots of love for the week ahead. Bye. Welcome back, group 3. You chose the arrow, and it says, and the clear quartz, and it says you are on the right path regarding some aspect of your life. So let's see. Beneath the deck you get Temperance, so there's something that is feeling a bit out of balance right now, and maybe you're trying to find balance in some area of your life. You get the Four of Cups, crossed by the Eight of Wands. It's like hiding your light. Spirit has given you a light and you are hiding it under a bushel. You are afraid to bring it out into the open. Why? A rose is so beautiful. It's maybe even you not seeing how beautiful you are, and Spirit is saying you're beautiful, and then you're saying no, but I'm not. It's something like that, and you need to speak. There's this need to speak up about something. But let's see what comes up. There's some way you are not accepting Spirit-guided offer. And it might be to do with speaking or writing, and it might be to do with some kind of communication. Wow, I'm seeing success here, like stars, like yay, reaching for the stars kind of thing. So what is it you are hiding? What talent maybe are you hiding under a bushel Spirit has given you, and you are hiding? I'm curious about the Eight of Wands, because the Eight of Wands can be the arrows of love, but it can also be about manifesting. But it is definitely the card of communication. So there's something to do with communication. Maybe you are being pointed to something, but you feel, oh, I don't have the resources or whatever. And Spirit is saying, right, send out the proposal. Even if you didn't get the scholarship before, write for another one, or whatever the case might be. I'm just thinking of that as an example. You need to think about the Three of Swords. It's your heart, about what in the past broke your heart, that's leading you to not be trusting. I think that the heartbreak has caused you not to trust something. I mean, this could even be about love, like you've been offered love. So you are accepting all the cups that they are empty. So you'd rather have that than, and the real love you cover up, maybe because of your own past hurts. That's what I'm seeing. But yet there's a need for something to be communicated. Some thoughts that are in your head. Maybe you're needing to tell someone that you care about them. Something like that. Because otherwise you are going to be staying imbalanced. In the near past you get the Eight of Swords, which talks about feeling trapped. But you are the one trapping yourself. That's a sword's energy. You are the one keeping yourself in limbo. In limbo. In the unconscious, there's this feeling of being torn and trapped and not speaking your mind. The hands are crossing over the heart. So it's like a feeling of, oh, I'm not even going to do this. It's like giving up on something. Not sure why and what. You have the World card, and the World card in the reverse. It's like you are not tying up the cycle. There's something you don't want to wrap up. Very curious. And I think it's linked to that Three of Swords. There's some pain that you don't want to look at. In the near future, you get the Prince of Swords in the reverse. I feel like you're going to resist communication. You don't want to get to the heart of this matter for some reason. But around you, it's almost like that wants to happen. There's a need for clarity. Someone wants truths. Someone wants to speak truths. You maybe, or someone else wants truth. There's a need for truth. And your advice is to be the emperor. Stake your claim. This is related to this Four of Cups. Whether it's in staking your heart claim or staking your claim to whatever it is that Spirit is offering you. And then bringing it down and making it stable. Trusting in your that you are the emperor and that you have this right, you know. And then we have the Ten of Swords. Letting go. In your near future, I think you're going to let go of something. I think you're going to, if you do that hard work, let's see what the clarifiers say for us, you will be able to let go of some painful cycle, something that's where you felt betrayed. I think that you are this week or 2 weeks ahead is about you healing something in order for you to see your worth and then reach out. Let's see if the Empress comes out to this thing, this someone or something that you might feel is your birthright, you know, that is yours, you know. Let me. Okay, I'm going to take these. And beneath the deck we get the Six of Swords. So there is a bit of stuckness. There's some stuck energy. You've got the Temperance in the reverse and the Six of Swords in reverse, like something not moving. In your near past, let me just look at this quickly. You get the Eight of Swords being stuck, but then having the ability to unstick yourself. I think that maybe you are ignoring that ability to unstick yourself. Why? like you have the power to move forward, and yet I feel like you are not. At the center is there's some new beginning waiting for you, group of 3. Like some offer Spirit is making. It's up to you whether you take that leap of faith or not. Really, I really feel like that. And then with the 8 of Wands, you get the Quarter awakening. It's the Sun card. But here it is like a wake-up call. It's Spirit saying, come now, come now. You need to put out something. You need to reach out. You need to ask for. You need to communicate your needs. You need to speak up about something. Yeah, that really I feel like is your birthright. It's like something that Spirit has offered to you. Now you need to take the next steps. So now your healing, I feel, is very much around past hurts, what didn't work instead of what can work. So you're keeping yourself trapped in pain because of some things or thing that didn't work in the past. So now you're not opening yourself up to something working in the future. Let's say love, for example, or let's say you put forward a proposal and it wasn't accepted, and so now you've given up on putting forward a proposal or whatever, you know. You get 2 twos in your unconscious. There's a stuckness here. It's up to you, group 3, if you want to take yourself forward or not. And you get the arrow here. You are on the right path regarding some aspect of your life. Did I read that to you? So yeah, you need to think about that. You get the World card. It's like something hasn't, there's not been closure on something. Maybe you're needing to tie up something before you can move forward to something else. But I feel it's in your attitude. You need to let go of this feeling of being the outsider. And poor me, you know, like I think you need to let go of that. There's a chance for a huge change, but it's in your hands. You can decide whether or not you take that. You get the Ace of Swords, this clarity, this new beginning. It's almost like you need to cut out what doesn't serve you, and be brave. Make an offer. You are afraid to make an offer. I think an offer of love, possibly. And then in the near future, you get 2 Swords cards. Like, I feel like you are refusing Spirit guidance to reach out, to speak up, maybe even to talk. This is the Queen of Swords. That's the Page of Swords. To talk about something that's important. It could be a relationship that didn't work. Oh my goodness, you get the Emperor, and the Emperor, there is stability to be had. It's up to you to believe in yourself or not, really. I think that your weeks ahead are to take on this Emperor energy. Know that you can overcome any obstacles in whatever this is. Like, take back your power. And gosh, letting go of the past hurts and being open to making an offer of love. Yours is weird, group 3. Okay, let me get some clarifiers for you. So it's like you need a new beginning. You want to move forward and move into a new space, new relationship, but a new something, but you are kind of stuck. It's like you can heed the call or not. You can stay in this place of stuckness. These are all 5 cards, like change. Oh no, that's not a 5, but these are both 5, like change wants to happen. But it's almost like you want to rather stay stuck with the 3 of Swords in your pain instead of confronting the pain. And I think that the pain is in not believing that you can have balance in a relationship or partnership of some sort. You need to believe in the partnership. The 3 of Swords is in the 3 cups that have spilled. So instead of, you can choose to focus on the 3 cups, those things, emotionally painful things that didn't work, or you can focus on the things that can work. And you get the 5 of Coins in the past as well. So it's like this, seeing yourself as the outsider. Why? And in your unconscious, you are afraid of this. This is what you're afraid of. You are feeling stuck because you're afraid of trickery. You're afraid of being cheated. And yet you are being invited to let something die. Group 3. Something needs to end. Like you need to close out a cycle. The cycle of feeling like the outsider. And in your near future, another 5. This competitive energy. It's like maybe it could be in a situation like there's this job you want, but you don't feel good enough, so you won't apply. There's this person that you want to reach out to, but you won't reach out because you don't feel good enough, or you think that they are not available, or whatever, something like that. And then you get, wow, look at this. You need to engage your King of Cups energy. You need to learn that you are strong enough to take whatever that you can open yourself up and be vulnerable, because you know you're strong, that you can handle whatever. Remember, the 3 cups that spilled have taught you so much. You know, it's almost like there's time for speaking truths now, dear hearts. Or maybe, you need to speak truths. And then in your, I think that you are being given this opportunity to stand in your Emperor power now, to create stability, by believing in yourself. And then you get the Hermit in the near future. So you might be dealing with a Virgo. You might be a Virgo. But letting go of the pain of the past, opening yourself up to love, or to offering love. And trusting that you have this inner strength. And you can always go back within to seek counsel, to seek inner counsel. It's always there for you, you know? Yeah, and then let me leave it there, group 3. It's a weird reading, but that's what it is. And so now I'm going to draw from this deck. Okay, 3 cards. That's greedy. Mujaji, manifestation. So, let me just look at this from the aspect of not love. This is what it's saying to me. Look at this beautiful card. Manifestation, Mujaji. Look, celebrating who they are, celebrating this emperor within them. Wow, celebrating your success. So, you are being invited to see your whatever. Spirit has offered you something. Spirit has guided you to something, love, or some project, or something important to you, a new job, whatever. That is a gift from Spirit for you, and you can heed the call and take the leap of faith. Maybe it requires you to be brave, or you can say, no, I'm not interested, and just shut yourself off from it. You can open yourself up to the possibilities, call the call to awakening, or you can stay stuck. That's up to you, group 3. You can stay stuck in the pain, or you can heal that and look at the 2 cups. There's the 2 cups in the temperance's hands, and you can write this. You can, by healing, by being willing to confront the pain of the past, and maybe that requires that you look at what is blocking you. You look at where you've been hurt in the past, where the 5 of Cups is looking at the spilt, the things that didn't work instead of the things that are available to us. So that's what your challenge is for the week ahead. And here again is this thing of either or. You can see yourself as the outsider, you can see yourself as being trapped, or you can see yourself as having the power to move forward and create magic and make something out of something, make something work. Take on that new job, even if it feels like you're punching above your weight. Make that approach, make that offer, do go into that venture, even if you feel afraid. Get that loan or whatever. And you can stay stuck in what if, and in playing games. That's up to you. That's in your conscious, this need to play games maybe, or maybe you are afraid of the games that have been played in the past. And here's this opportunity to wrap something up, this outsider thing, the seeing yourself as an outsider. There's this chance to wrap that up now, beloveds, or not. And it requires that you see yourself as the King of Cups rather than the Page of Cups, and speak truths, stand up for yourself, cut out what doesn't serve you now, once and for all. Really, it's like such a call to arms. And then in the near future, you get this, and I don't think I read this 5 of Wands energy, did I? No, I didn't. So there might be resistance, and you might still feel pulled in different directions. But maybe that's for the near future, and in the outcome you'll change that, beloveds. So I feel like you will still resist, and you'll still have this, you will resist speaking truths, but I feel like Spirit is saying you need to, and you need to, the simple answer is to take on the energy of the divine masculine. Whatever that means for you, that's what I feel is your big advice. What does the divine masculine mean for you? Take on that energy and trust that energy, because that will be the thing that helps you move this whole thing forward, whatever it is. And then in your outcome, there's a letting go of the pain. It's up to you whether you open yourself up to love, or this passion project, or this new beginning that's full of a heartfelt new beginning, or not. That is entirely up to you. And you can, I feel with the Hermit there, again it's saying that your strength is in knowing that whenever you need to, you can go in for inner counsel, that you have that ability. But really, I feel like if ever there's a reading that is, it's up to you, it's this one. But look at the possibilities as well. It's that independence, that joy, that fulfillment of having created something amazing. So I'm going to leave it there, group 3. I hope this helps you. Please won't you give me your feedback. You were very hard to read for, I must say. But I think in the end, well, it's up to you. I'm going to leave it there. Okay, group 3, send you lots of love for the week ahead, and I will be in touch again soon. Bye. Welcome back, group 4. You chose Sunrise. And your card says new creative ideas, new ventures, a fresh start. I'm definitely feeling a lot of new energy. I keep getting the Ace of Swords, and I think that many of us are cutting out things that are not good for us. You also get Citrine, so yours might be to do with a money abundance, that kind of thing. So that's lovely. Let's see. I didn't, those cards were not intended to be part of the reading, but they seem to be appropriate to what's coming up. Let's see. Oh, I forgot to draw a card for group 1. Let me just do that now. So, back to you. Group number 4. I decided to do you second. Beneath the deck you get the 6 of Cups, and this talks about past life love, or past love or soulmates. Maybe there has been an ending in a relationship, or maybe you're feeling nostalgic and there might be worry about love and relationships. Let's see. So I mean, relationships come up at the center of your reading, and it comes with the Queen of Swords and the Prince of Coins. So that's the Queen of Swords and the Prince of Pentacles. So the Queen of Swords would be Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. The Prince of Coins would be the Knight of Coins would be Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus. So it could be those two people relating to each other, or people with those qualities. Something has been cut out, something has ended, there might have been harsh words spoken, and the result is that something that you believe you've worked hard towards, it's like it's ended, you know. It's no longer fertile, whatever this is. It feels like a relationship. In the what you need to think about is judgment, and you have it in reverse. So perhaps maybe you are resisting the change, like group 1, but in a different way. Like, I feel like you are not opening yourself up to this new beginning, really, because the Judgment card speaks about a rebirth. In the near past, you get the 2 of Coins, like trying to balance. You were trying to bring about balance. You know, what I'm seeing here is that maybe there was a relationship that it could, for some of you, it could even be a relationship that is just going through a hard time. But I see you've got the 6 of Cups there. You've got 2 people here relating, and I think that there was a lack of balance, or you were trying to keep a balance in this relationship. But it was a tightrope. You were walking on a tightrope, and maybe because it's time for it to end. For some of you, it is simply that a relationship is going through a hard time in order for it to have a rebirth. But let's see. You get the Knight of Swords in the unconscious. So I feel like you are ready to move forward now. I feel like there's a need for truths to be spoken. And maybe that's what's okay. With the Queen of Swords, I think that there were harsh words, not necessarily truths, right? And now there's a need for truth, because there's a lack of stability now. This, whatever's been said has caused an imbalance, and that's okay. It's because something needed to give, right? Let's see. With the Ace of Cups representing you, I feel like you are all out of love now. You feel like this has passed its sell-by date. Maybe you've given up on this situation. And with justice in the reverse around you, I would say, well, let's see when we clarify, but I feel it's like a caution, because justice is in the reverse. It's a caution about fairness, maybe being fair to yourself, or maybe being fair to another, or making sure that whatever happens is balanced somehow. But dear hearts, I'm feeling like you are worrying a lot. You get the Ten of Wands in the reverse, and maybe because this is in the reverse, it could be, this is so interesting, this is a scarab beetle, I feel. My brother was just complaining about a beetle being in his room making a noise. I'll look at this also as not love. It could be two parties, like you and an organization, you and a system, something like that, you and an institution, whatever. So here, maybe you are, in the near future, will be letting down your guard. You'll be trying to let go of the burden. So let's see what happens. So you have justice around you. Let's see what comes out. You get the King of Wands as your guidance. So what I'm thinking is, let's say something has ended, whether it's work, or it might be work, because you get the Citrine there, worrying about finances. So it might be something that's to do with finances. So let's say that's happened. In the meantime, you can be, while you are in between jobs or in between relationships or mourning something that's lost, or instead of feeling burdened, focus that energy into creative pursuits, whether it's indulging yourself in good times with friends, for example, or like what feels like creativity for you. You could be writing down your ideas, you could be journaling regularly, you could be doing some artwork, or whatever feels like creative for you. But it's almost like, take the time out to remove your mind from the issue that is concerning you. You get the Nine of Swords in the near future, which it is reversed. So perhaps there is a movement for you, dear hearts. Maybe you are, look, the cards as they are indicating a lot of worry, and I'm trying to find my cards now, my other cards. My tiger's sitting on them. Wait, baby. Right on top of the cards. Seriously, dude. Oh, man. Anyway, so there seems to be a situation that is not resolved, or that is a bit topsy-turvy or uncomfortable or going through a difficult time. It feels like two people or two entities, and it's left you feeling a bit uncomfortable, feeling maybe lonely and like on your own, and like your cup is empty. So let's say this is work or something not about two partners. It's a cutting off of something, it's an ending of something that threatens your stability or your sense of stability, like your sense of having worked hard on something. But with the Judgment card, I feel like there's a resistance to letting go of whatever that is that needed to end or did end. And then with the Prince of Swords beneath the deck there's a need for clear communication. Maybe your creative pursuit is in writing down your worth, writing down a creative CV, but there's a need for communication. If it's a divorce or some kind of ending that requires legal matters, writing down your needs and your expectations, it's that kind of thing. And then with the justice, let's see what comes out. Like justice in reverse, I would say you just need to be careful to look out for fairness towards yourself as well. You know, if you are the one that's always being fair, to make sure that that fairness is extended to yourself. If you're the one that might take, generally, you know, yeah, let me just put it that way, then you need to be thinking of the other as well. If it's a job situation, I think that you're needing to think about what's fair for you. Simple. Finish and clear. What is right for you? What is in your own best interests? That's what I think. Let's see. There's your Six of Cups. So I really feel like a soulmate relationship, or, you know, like if it's not a soulmate relationship, it could be something that you feel a heart connection with. It could be things from the past as well. Don't know why I'm shuffling, but you get the Four of Coins beneath the deck, which can, and this is a little rat, but it's in reverse. It could talk about you feeling like a lack of stability. Maybe financially things might be a little difficult, or you might just be worried about the fair conclusion of whatever's going on, if it's a divorce, or very similar to group 1 actually. So it looks like at the center, either there was some harsh words, but there was some kind of ending that happened, like harsh words, or an abrupt ending, or a cutting of ties somehow, and it was related to finances, possibly. Even if it's love, the finances had a bearing on finances, and vice versa. But also with the Five of Coins, it's left you feeling like out in the cold. This donkey, this is how Patch, yes, my baby, she's just come. That's how she looks when she feels like someone slighted her. Like earlier, her little dog bed, I'd taken it out because she vomited on it, which is very unusual for her. Woke me up at 3 this morning, and took it out, and so it wasn't in her spot. But there was a blanket, and she was sitting on the blanket, like looking like this donkey, I promise you. And then I realized what her problem was. She's got another bed. She's got a little couch in the bedroom. But anyway, so there's a way. So you do have it in reverse. So maybe you are not as excluded as you feel. It's almost like you have other options, and maybe that's what this King of Wands is about. It's about you looking at what options are available for you. Maybe that's what your creative endeavor is, if it's work. Even if it's love, maybe what are the options available in this situation, or what are the other options that are available? I feel like there's a definite Virgo energy here. So this is the card of Virgo, but it's in the reverse. So it could be in a relationship that you there was an ending with the Virgo, or you are the Virgo that's feeling a bit toppled by this ending. You could be an earth sign, but it could also just mean that, let me think about that. All that you held to be true feels like it's fallen away. That's what I'm getting. And that's how you might be feeling. So interesting, group 4. And that doesn't mean it's the truth, it's how you are feeling right now. And with the Judgment card, I feel like you are not listening to your better judgment. I think you know the truth of the situation, but you're not listening. You're not listening to your inner wisdom. And we'll see what advice comes out for that. In your near past, you have the 9 of Swords, that end card. So there's been a lot of worry, which you've been trying to let go of. I think you're balancing different things, dear hearts. You really are doing a juggling act, and it might be around jobs, maybe 2 jobs, 2 people even for some of you, but there's been a lot of juggling, and it has resulted in you being in your head. But I think you've been trying to let go of that being stuck in your head. I think maybe you've been doing some work on letting go of maybe something's happened to help relieve you of those worries in a way. But there's this need to close the cycle. So for some of you, there's a need to speak up with this love, this past love. There's a need for truth. There's a need for discussion. There's a need to honor it in some way, even if that's to end it. But there's a need to get to, look at that sword is piercing that. So there's a need to pierce through to the truth of the matter, to the heart of the matter. For those for whom this might be work that is ended, or like some kind of other institutional arrangement, there's also a need to maybe even speak truths to yourselves. Like, for example, we might tell ourselves, this is the job that is for us, or this is the path that is for us, this is the field of study. And we've heard it so much, it's been reinforced by people around you. I just remembered this. I was always told that I was such a good little nurse, when I was little. And of course, my parents had me in a box. I'm not blaming them. That's how they saw me, and in a way they were so proud of me. But it reinforced the carer in me. And I also remember being feisty as a child. But I think that the carer was more nurture than the feistiness. I had 2 brothers. And so the more feminine qualities were celebrated. You know what I mean? And likewise, and then when we hear this over and over, then we find ourselves on the path of caring. And I'm not saying that I'm not a carer or that I don't want to be, but maybe my caring took a different path, and it was all guided. And likewise for you, you might have heard over and over, or believe that you are meant to be this, and you studied this, and which is this feeling I'm getting from this Knight of Coins, and then especially with reinforced by the Hermit, like you went on this path, and it's like the path of no return. That's where you were meant to be. I put all this effort into this. How can I? You might not even be aware that is the self-talk. You might just see it as, oh, this is my path, you can't even see that there's a whole lot of self-talk that's telling you this is the only way, right? That's the 6 of Cups. And maybe whatever's going on is guiding you to a different path, a different you, a different person for you, a different relationship for you, a different way of relating in the same relationship for you, or a different way of being in the world, a different career path, no matter how old your age, a different career path, a different partner, a different something. And I think that you are needing to pierce to that truth. So what's true for you? What feels right for you? Is what the path that that you're seeing yourself on, and you're seeing that's right for you, is it really right for you? And it may well be. Or is it something that you've decided society's told you you are, or you have told you you are, or family has told you you are, and you can't be anything else? That's what I'm thinking. So that's why I think your King of Wands is also about doing some creative exploration, brainstorming within yourself. Like, is this really my path? And it might be, but maybe it's time to do a little bit of a stock take. And and I think deep down you know, because you have got the Judgment card there, and you've got it with the High Priestess in the reverse. They both are in the reverse. It's like there's something you don't want to look at. And I'm giving you a little story, but your story might be different, but with the similar elements, the same elements, basically. And here you get Justice in reverse again, representing you. So I feel like you've been very hurt by whatever's happened, and you feel like it's unjust. I think you need to respect that. I think you need to accept that that is how you are feeling, like it's been very unjust, and just acknowledge that for now, you know. And with you get Justice in reverse around you, and Seven of Swords. So I would say, dear hearts, watch out. No, not watch out, like watch out. Just watch out for games that are played. I think you need to be very wary of that. I think you need to be also, at the same time as all this is going on, be very clear about what your rights are. I think you need to be very clear about what your rights are. And likewise, not to play games with other people's rights. You know which applies to you. In the near future, you get with the Ten of Wands, you see there's this occurring thing, head stuff, this carrying burdens that are not yours to carry. Please don't be tempted to take other people's burdens. And, you know, the Five of Swords is also the game playing card, but it sometimes often speaks about the games you play on yourself, convincing yourself of things, you know. Or in this case, it's like the winner takes all. So you see how it applies to you. Don't be tempted to do that, dear hearts. Or if you feel like there's someone around you that does that, just be very aware of it. Be very aware of it. Because justice is a key theme for you. It was for Group 1 as well, but in a very different way. So just be aware of that. With the King of Wands, you get the card of Scorpio, and it's a death card. So I feel like something is ending, and I feel like you can facilitate the smooth transition by doing this, like inventory, like or even doing the creative stuff. Like creative stuff can even be doing things that you wouldn't normally do, but do something different. If you don't normally take yourself to the beach, go to the beach. If you don't go to the movies, go to the movies. If you don't give yourself time to read. If you're always the hardworking one, the one keeping everyone up, just let that go for a while. Just look after you for a while. Whatever the case might be, surprise yourself, you know. And let die what needs to die. I feel like your King of Wands is here. I think there's a very strong guidance to do this inventory, the stock take, even if it means it's related to writing your CV in some cases. But if it's not writing your CV, write your personal CV. Like, what have you achieved? What have been your accomplishments? Where are your weaknesses? What are your strengths? Yeah, why not? And just do it and see what comes up for you. It doesn't have to lead anywhere, but I can assure you it's doing something for you. It's doing some healing or doing some head clearing. Yeah, that's what it is. And then in the near future, you get the 9 of swords with in the reverse and the 4 of branches in the reverse. I feel like something stable has ended, but I feel like if you do all these things, do the stock take, pierce through the truth, speak where you need to speak, even if it's in writing, I think that then clears your head to be more accepting of this, whatever this is, and then move you to the next thing. Let me take another card to clarify that future card, beloveds. Maybe, yeah. Ooh, that's the sun. That's the sun. But it says there, call to awakening. So I think very much like group 1, whatever you are going through, it might have been a hard time, dear hearts. There's a new beginning waiting for you. This rooster is a dawn rooster, right? Even though we might get irritated by them, they herald a new day. So I feel like all of this that's going on, there's a new day coming for you, And gosh, man, I didn't even think of this. Look at this. How do you like that? Sunrise. A fresh start, new creative ideas, new ventures, a fresh start. I didn't even think about that. But look at that. How lovely. So while you're sitting and waiting for this new start, write your ideas down. Just keep doing what you do, and stop seeing yourself in a box. Start brainstorming who you could possibly be, if it brings you back to where you were, all well and good, but you've also in the process eliminated what's not right for you, and you've got clarity. Oh, this is right for me. But you've also in the process honored and remembered the things that you are good at, and those things that you don't enjoy, or that you are not good at and it doesn't matter, or you're not good at and you want to make yourself better at, So that's your stock take. That's your guidance, group 4. And I'm going to draw another card for you and yours. All of these are flying out. Speak up. Mame kumba bang. Mame kumba bang. And it says speak up. Look at her. And there are 2 cups there and feathers. Wow, gosh. Beautiful. So maybe there's in this matter. So really, Tiger, in this matter, your justice cards are about speaking up for yourself, standing up for yourself. I think that's really lovely. So you need to think about, I'm going to leave it there. Group 4. I hope this helps you, dear hearts. I wish you a wonderful 2 weeks ahead, and I will chat with you again soon. Oh, please do give me your feedback and like, share, subscribe. You know the drill. I'll chat with you again soon. Bye, Group 4.